He said us two. Me and Lauren.
All right, what's up, YouTube? This is Brian from Team Board White. Contemplating a dark spiral build for the new format. I think there's a lot of potential, especially choosing to go second. And I definitely think the deck is not dead, and I think we can take this build and make it a contender for event tops. So let's get into it. We got 3 Spiral Master Plans, and I think this is probably one of the most important cards in the deck. If you see this before you get to Resort, it's insane. And even if you see it after you see Resort, we've got some spice that will show you that might make that irrelevant, because there are ways to put Resort back into the deck. So what we do is play 3 Master Plan, and then we play 3 Dark Grepher. So you can discard Master Plan to special summon Dark Grepher, or if you have Dark Grepher, you can normal summon it, and then you can discard a Dark Monster to send something to the graveyard. So the targets we play for that Master Plan is a Dark you can either send or discard, and then we play 1 Destrudo and then 1 Zephyros. So you can send Zephyros off of Dark Grepher to reuse Resort in 1 turn. And then Destrudo also gives you combos for Black Rose or Ancient Fairy Dragon, and gives you ways to clear boards. Or if you're playing another deck that plays a field spell, you can blow their field spell to search yours. This build is only playing 1 Resort, no other field spells, but some people have been playing Pseudo Space, which is a really good option. So those are the dark monsters in the deck. Everything else is pretty standard, kind of. So we're playing triple Super Agent, and then the one-ofs, Quick Fix, Drone, Sleeper, and Last Resort. Right now I'm not playing Spiral Tough because it's not amazing. Like, it's okay, and if you can find a way to fit it in, it's a good card going second. But there are so many other things that you need that I just haven't fit it in yet. So for hand traps, I'm playing triple Ash, because Ash is still really good in this format. A lot of people are saying Ghost Ogre is better. I still don't think that's true, because you can't Ghost Ogre, Wavering Eyes, and Astrograph. And I think having Ash is really important. And I think a really good hand trap against Magicians is going to be Droll. So I'm playing 2 Droll and 2 Ghost Ogre. And that's the hand trap lineup, and that's the monster lineup. For spells, we've got 1 Spiral Resort, no Terraformings, no other field spells, because you don't really want to search this card with Terraforming. You want to search it with Master Plan, because that gets you more pluses. So 1 Spiral Resort, then 3 Foolish Burial Goods, only 1 Mission Assault, because it's still not a card you really want to draw. It's just better in the grave if you draw Master Plan in your hand and you don't have a Dark Grepher to discard it. You want to be able to Foolish Goods the Assault to the grave. And then I'm playing 1 Shuffle Reborn. So if you draw it, it's great. It's a Monster Reborn for a Master Plan. If you, like, I guess you can't Dark Grepher it because you can't control a monster when you activate this. But like, if you have a Foolish Burial and Shuffle Reborn, or mid to late game and you draw Shuffle Reborn, you can still extend your plays. And if you Foolish Burial Goods it, you can shuffle your Resort back into the deck and draw a card. And that makes your Master Plan live. So I think Shuffleborn is a really good potential option for Dark Spirals to make Master Plan live more often and to resolve Resort more than just once. And then we're doing 2 Big Red, and then Monster Reborn, because all of these are ways to get Master Plan out of the graveyard if it gets there through Dark Grepher. And then Rhoda, Foolish Burial, and 1 for 1. I'm not playing Tough, but I'm still playing Rhoda because of Dark Grepher. And then Foolish Burial to get Master Plan and Grave. 1 for 1 because it's still nutty. You can still OTK if you draw 1 for 1. Even with only 1 Resort. Unless you draw the Resort, then it's a lot harder. But if the Resort goes through, then you can search Sleeper that way instead of through Master Plan. So these 1 for 1 is still in OTK if they don't have a hand trap. And then you should be playing 3 Spiral Mission Rescue. I only have 2 here right now, but 3 is really good with this build, because you want ways to get cards out of the graveyard. This is just another Monster Reborn if you get it. So you have Foolish Goods to send these. So there's 3 Reborns, and then you have Monster Reborn, and then you have Shuffle Reborn, and you have 2 Big Reds. So it's just a lot of options to get cards out of the graveyard and extend your plays. And then for going second build, I have 3 evenly matched in. Magicians is really prevalent, and if you can disrupt their combo with a hand trap, then they might not have a negate on board, and evenly matched then clears everything else, so it makes their trap dead, which means you only take 2 cards to clear their entire board, and then you still have 4 to go off, which is more than enough. So I think evenly matched is still a really good choice. This is exactly 40 cards. So pseudo space is an option to consider, especially since it lets you resolve resort more. You might need to play terraforming or 2 with that. I don't really know. A lot of people are also playing Dragon Ravine. I considered it, but I like 1 Destrudo better. If you draw it, it's okay. But like you're not drawing Dragon Ravines when you don't want to make Destrudo plays. So I'd rather just play 1 Destrudo and cut it. The extra deck, 2 double helix. Firewall Dragon, Boar Load, all of this is pretty standard. And then Decode Talker, guys, and then Underclock Taker. This is a necessity with Dark Grepher, because if you don't play this card, then your Dark Grepher is just sitting on the field, and your link plays are like very underwhelming. But if you make an Underclock Taker, you can make a Helix underneath it. And then you can go off, and then you can make Decode with Underclock instead of Helix, and then that allows you more extension with Quick Fix. So this is a definite necessity if you're playing Dark Spyrals this format. Ib and Proxy Dragon. Ib is still good to be able to protect Sleeper. I don't know if you need all of these rank or link 2s, because extra deck isn't like the freest in the world right now, but all of these have their uses. Like Proxy and Underclock are the generic rank 2s, and Ib is the protection for Sleeper if you don't have anything else. And then you absolutely have to play Link Karibo, just because it allows you to extend your plays with Helix. If you have to summon Quick Fix off a Helix, you can link into Link Karibo to get Helix in the graveyard, and then discard a Master Plan, and then big red it back and do more Link plays if you make a Helix without Master Plan. So Link Karibo is a definite necessity. And then for the 2 Synchro monsters, I have Ancient Fairy and Black Rose. There might be other level 7s that are good, but these are the definite musts. Black Rose is just amazing because your entire board. And then Ancient Fairy, especially if you play Pseudo Space, it can be really good. But it can also blow your opponent's field spell to search your Spiral Resort if you're in a bind and you need to search it and you can't wait till you resolve Master Plan. It's also 3,000 defense. You can definitely just like sit on it. It's great. And then the 3 Xyz monsters I'm doing, the rank 1 Princess Sprite, because it's amazing. If you get lucky off of it, it can really extend your plays. And then Baguska and Tornado Dragon are the 2 rank 4s. I think Tornado Dragon is really good with the meta. Like it's really good against Magicians, but it also could be really bad if they have Astrograph, because if they have Astrograph, your Tornado Dragon doesn't matter. But if they don't, then Tornado Dragon can win games. So like it's a tough call. And then for Baguska, it's Baguska. It's amazing. You can sit on it, and then if they can't get over it, you just OTK them next turn. So that's what I've come up with so far. If you guys have any other ideas or any other suggestions or any other spice to keep Spyrals alive, let us know in the comments. And I'm really excited to kind of see what tops the next few tournaments over the next couple weekends. Thanks, YouTube.